haven't been. I know there's apprehension. It's sort of like we're on stage here. Breathe easily, and as you breathe, pay attention to the rhythm of your own breath. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, just notice it. This is the oldest, the simplest of all meditations, going back, in fact, pre-Egypt, several thousand years, and very effective. You don't need to do anything elaborate. As you breathe, notice the rhythm of your breath. As your lungs expand and then contract, notice it that way if you want to. As the air passes the tip of your nose in the Eastern tradition, you don't want to count the breaths, just observe them passively. Right now, you just want to let go of the world, the day, the ups, the downs, the expectations, the successes, failures, hubbada, bubbada, bubbada, all the noise in your mind. Set that aside and simply observe the rhythm of your own breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Not exaggerating or speeding it up, just breathing in, breathing out. Observing the breath, letting go of all those ideas that you simply have to have. They really are none of them important in the least. Just observe the breath, letting go of all the rest of it, the mind chatter that wants to take over. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in love, balance, trust. Breathing out, letting go of indifference, fear, and despair. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in happiness, welfare, good discussion. Breathing out, letting go of blanking out, lack of discussion, and corruption. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in hopefulness, restitution, and success. Breathing out, letting go of all the opposites. And as time rolls past us, the breath resolves itself into merely the breath. It has no positive, it has no negative. It is the on-flowing energy of the universe that unites us together in one vast circle of healing energy tonight. Not only does it bring us who are miles apart physically closely together in spirit, but also by the breathing, we signal to the powers of the cosmos that we are here tonight to bring about profound physical, spiritual, and mental improvement in each and every one of us here. Breathing in and breathing out. And then let your attention move to your crown chakra, the energy center at the very top of your head. Allow your crown chakra to open. Invite God's healing power to pour into your physical body from above, filling first the billions of molecules of your head, skull, all its appurtenances, the healing power then continuing down through the complexities of your neck, then both shoulders flowing rapidly down through your upper arms, the healing power continuing through your elbows, and then down through the bones, blood, arteries, veins, nerves, skin, muscles, tissues of all kinds of your forearms, continuing through your palms, then the digits of each of your fingers right to your fingertips, rushing through all the construction of your physical self, and in the meantime, all your other aspects. And as this healing power pours through you from above, it clears your history. Any disturbances, disempowerment, disease, failures of any kind now exit through your feet and are absorbed by Mother Earth, who knows what to do with it. The healing power then continues down through your torso with all the body glands and organs, your heart, lungs, spleen, adrenal glands, kidneys, liver, your stomach, the entire digestive path, skeletal structure, skin, arteries, veins, nerves, every named and unnamed functional unit of your torso, your body central, is filled with God's healing energies, so that each of your glands, organs, structures now speak in perfect unison one to the other, as they were designed to do. Any negativity that may have lingered at any time, or you imagine inhabited your core self, fears of disease, disempowerment, and so forth. That negativity also now exits through your feet. The healing power continues down through your buttocks, your thighs, the joints of your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your heels, the arches of your feet, the balls of your feet, right down to your toes, balancing, cleansing, and energizing your lower structures, your legs as well. And then finally, the entirety of you, the person you see in a long mirror. Not only your physical aspect, which you see with your eyes, but also your spiritual self, your aura, your energy patterns. And continuing out beyond the you, which is just the center of yourself, these skeins of connection to friends, family, pets, enemies, acquaintances of all kinds. Those connections likewise are healed, those paths that you have made and established. The healing goes to those you bump into occasionally. School, supermarket, stores, everywhere you go, the law courts. And then out into the world itself, the physical earth. Plains, mountains, rivers, streams, hills, the upturned bowl of the blue sky, the sun, the moon, the stars, all of it. Those experiences of your life where you have passed time, those are also healed, not only in the past, but currently and on into the future. Every aspect is healed. And now to briefly extend the meditation, we'll all go on a brief spirit journey together. All of us journey as we dream. The spirit, your soul, gets up out of the body and goes wherever it chooses. It is weightless, bodiless, and all-powerful. It is fearless. Your spirit is fearless. No matter how your everyday thought paths may run, your spirit itself can go anywhere, anytime, with ease. Your mind's eye, where you visualize things more or less, is the guide of your spirit as it travels. You travel as you dream, but here we are traveling together as a group. In your mind's eye, see what looks like a piece of long wood, a board. You've been to a lumber yard. You have picked up in your spirit a piece of what's called lath. It's skinny. It's a wood strip. It goes behind plaster walls in old houses. And as your spirit is examining this, you wonder, what sort of a bone from a dinosaur did this come from? This piece of old wood came from a building somewhere. And as you hold on to it, you are suddenly transported to that building, the origin where the wood came from. We're working backwards now through time, exploring with pleasure how things come about, where things come from, going back to the center, to the earliest of all experiences. And you see in front of you a very rustic church building. Nobody can tell you where exactly we are. It could be on the steppes of ancient Russia. It could be in Missouri. It could be any place where there's a rustic church and you realize that as you travel there in spirit, you're holding on to a piece of that building, and the building is bringing you towards it magnetically, as if there is a warm welcome awaiting you. And you feel your spirit letting go of the single piece of wood, and it flies towards the building and disappears into it. The doors of the front of the building swing open wide, not a person there, but the doors themselves, the building itself brings you in, and you see that the interior is warm and almost a kind of a sunset light inside. A feeling of tremendous pleasure beckons you, and you enter into the front doors, up the steps, into the church, and you feel a kind of divine acceptance. You have swept into it simply to be a part of this, to join in, to feel that you are relaxed, well, at peace, and that part of your treasures of experience on the earth are here in what feels like a place, but which is actually a universal experience. The church, as you observe it, is very primitive, just planks, plain pews, chairs here and there. There may or may not be a piano. The light is not great up at the front. Is it some denomination? That you can't tell. And there's some sort of carpet with a beautiful pattern. It's a kind of a divine design, and your spirit begins to tread the pattern of the carpet. You just slowly, peacefully progress along the pattern. And the pattern has a sort of a lulling, beautifying, and hypnotic quality, a feeling of blessedness as you are in a blessed place. And as you feel curious, who is it that runs this place? Who is it that I'm joining with? Your spirit turns around, your mind's eye sees the wide open doors behind you, the sunlight beyond that, the open day, but you don't see anyone, but you feel definite and powerful presences here. And as you wind your way forward, the church expands into something else, space, and you feel space attracting you, the feeling of divine intervention in your life. You know, all of a sudden, without any prompting, without any forethought, that divinity has come to you. There is an opening here in this gigantic space, which in fact is the universe. You stand now in spirit at the edge of it, a whole ocean of space that disappears into infinity. It is so enormous. In fact, it is incalculable. And you just breathe it in as if you were at the edge of the seashore, observing the ocean and just breathing in the energies in the experience. And you feel divine intervention. You just raise your spirit hand and you realize that what it is that you needed for your life is now at last available in gigantic volumes. All that you need is present. And then you feel a kind of a warning signal from somewhere, a voice saying, come back, come back. And you turn and wave farewell to the universe, although you are part of it and it is part of you always. And you slip back towards the figured carpet of the church. You see again the rustic boards, the plainness of it, the superb plainness. Everything here is just of the simplest because it is the foundation. Your spirit then slips out through the double doors into the brightness of the sunny afternoon, and you feel your spirit journeying with maximum speed through the air, and then all of a sudden settling back down into your physical body, seated on a chair, on a sofa, on a stool, however you are postured, at home, breathing in what you have just experienced as a spirit. The whole of the universe anointing you, giving you what you need, making all things possible, and clearing your path for the rest of your life. And just breathe easily. And now we have come to the distance healing part of the circle. If you have friends, relations, pets,